stop just putting oil in your hair. It don't work. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys why your hair isn't growing, or whatever you want to call it. Basically why you're not retaining any length. Because I've gotten a lot of questions on how I do my hair, why I do what I do to my hair, you know, why isn't my hair growing, why isn't it this, why isn't it that. So I'm just going to tell you guys the main reasons why your hair probably isn't growing. So I'm just going to jump right into the video. So basically the first thing is you're probably not wearing a bonnet to bed, or you're not wearing a bonnet when you're laying down and when you're chilling in your bed or in your room or just doing whatever. You're probably not wearing a bonnet, and I'm guilty of that. Like, it's hot, like it's really hot in my room. For some reason this room in my house gets the hottest in the summertime and the coldest in the winter. So sometimes I'm just exhausted and I don't feel like finding my bonnet or a scarf or whatever, and I'll really just go to sleep with my hair out and I'll just deal with it the next day. But honestly, that's like one of the worst things you can do with your hair, because after you wash it or after you moisturize it, your cotton sheets and your cotton clothes and your pillowcases are literally just sucking all the moisture out of your hair. That is just like, what is the point? And when your hair is dry, it's gonna break. So you need to wear your bonnets. So I have these two bonnets here from Shea Closet. They're sparkly, they're cute, and they actually hold, like, they have a lot of space for your hair. I got this red one from Shea Closet. I love it. It's a little bit smaller than the pink one, but it still fits. I have this pink one that I got from Target. It's cheaper than the ones I got from Shea Closet, but Shea Closet has like custom designs, so sometimes when I'm gonna feel like extra, I'll get some of her bonnets. But I got this one from Target. I like that it has this little band because this stops it from slipping off my head at night, and it's thinner than these. So in the summertime, I try to rock like bonnets like this that are thinner, and then in the wintertime or when it's cool, I wear these because they're thicker. And then I have this satin, like, I don't know, this is like a scarf, but sometimes what I do, I wrap it around my pillow. On the days I just don't feel like having anything on my head, I wrap this around my pillow. So if I don't have a satin pillowcase, this is just as good. Or you can use this as a scarf. That's what I use to cover my hair at night, to be honest. Just on the bed. It's getting so hot. I'm trying so hard not to put my hair up just yet, but it's already starting to like shrink up because it's so hot in my room. Wow, look, I tried putting my hair up and the scrunchie, and look how thick this scrunchie is. It broke. I'm sad. Yeah, I had to put my hair up in like a bun or something because it's so hot in my room. I just couldn't deal. Like, my face is sweating. And I can't keep the fan on or else you're gonna hear it in the background. So yeah, that's what I'm dealing with right now. Another reason why your hair probably isn't retaining length is because you think oil is a moisturizer. Now, I know like there's a lot of people out there that like after they wash their hair, they think like just rubbing some oil in it and then like braiding it or putting some oil in it and then doing whatever hairstyle they're gonna do, usually like braiding it and putting it underneath a wig or getting a protective style, is doing anything. It's not. That is like the worst thing you can do, because oil is a sealant, not a moisturizer. So like, if you wash your hair, you shampoo it and you condition it, you just took out all your natural oils, all the moisture from your hair, and instead of adding like a leave-in conditioner and a cream and then oil, the sealant to lock all that in, if you just put the oil on your dry hair, you're locking in dryness and your hair is gonna break. I'm gonna show you guys some moisturizers. those are a few moisturizers that I have. I literally have a whole like thing of hair products over here to the side, but like those are a few like leave-ins, butters, creams that you would put in your hair after washing before you use an oil. You can't just put an oil in your hair thinking that that's gonna do anything. You might as well just not put it in at all. All you're gonna do is put oil in your hair. So what you do in the future is you can try the lock method, LCO or LOC, and that's liquid, cream, oil, or liquid, oil, cream. Or the liquid could also be interchangeable to leave-in. So leave-in, cream, oil, or leave-in, oil, cream, whichever one works better for your hair. But you stop just putting oil in your hair. It don't work. On top of you washing your hair, blow drying it, and then putting some oil in it and calling it a day, which does absolutely nothing for you or your hair. You put your hair in a protective style and you leave your protective styles in for way too long. Literally, I know a lot of people like to make their box braids last well beyond a month. Sometimes they'll leave their box braids in for 2 months. Sometimes they want to leave it in for 3 months. You're dragging it. For me personally, a month tops is what my hair can manage. I have high porosity, medium density, fine strands. My hair needs to be moisturized pretty often. I have a routine that I do weekly, and when I leave my box braids in or a protective style in for longer than a month, all the progress that protective style has given me has just reversed itself. Like, it's just not worth me leaving it in for that long. It's convenient, but not worth it, and it's not doing your hair any good for the long run. The absolute longest you should leave a style in your hair is 2 months. 2 months is the cap. 2 months is already too long, but if you're gonna drag it, 2 months. That's it. No longer. After that, you're wildin'. Literally, when you leave a style in that long, by the time you take your hair out, it'll be extremely dry. It's gonna be hard to detangle, hard to manage, and it's going to be dying for some moisture. And you'll probably need a trim by that point. I just don't think it's worth it. Stop leaving them in that long. For your braids underneath your wigs, redo them. Like, you want to leave your braids in for a month, that's fine. But if you can, if it's like a wig that you can lift, if it's not glued down all the way, if the front is glued down and you can lift the back to try and like spray it with some leave-in conditioner and some water and some oil. If you can oil your scalp, do something, but don't just leave your braids alone completely for a month, 2 months, 3 months. Not worth it. Don't do it. It's bad. I get it. You know, you might be someone who's just really low maintenance with their hair, and if that's the case, that's fine. Do it, and then like in like a month and a half, like just take your braids out, redo them, and keep it pushing, and then you don't gotta touch your hair again for another month and a half. But please, no. For instance, what's her name? Haffican Beauty? Or Haffican Beauty, I believe that's her YouTube name. She recently did a video where she was undoing her 2-month-old doogie braids that she uses to keep underneath her wigs. And she said that she shouldn't have left them in that long, and she had a lot of thinning and breakage at the front of her hair for leaving them in that long. Not worth it. You want your edges? Let's keep your edges. Don't leave your protective styles in that long. Another reason why your hair might not be retaining length is because you're watching the wrong YouTubers. And what I mean by that is you're looking at like curl pattern, not hair type. Honestly, that whole curl typing system, like the 2A to the 4C, it's useless. And it's only like, it's useless to the majority. The only thing that is really good for is helping you find people with a similar curl as you, and it'll help you find people who, like, if they do a style, the style might turn out the way it would on your head because you guys have a similar type of curl. But honestly, it has nothing to do with the health of your hair. For instance, I might find someone with 4C hair that's high porosity, medium density, and fine strands like me, and therefore their routine might work for me more than someone who has 3C hair like me, but their hair is high density, low porosity, and super thick strands. That is like the exact opposite of what my hair is. Therefore, what they do and how they take care of their hair has nothing to do with me. It doesn't benefit me, but their curls are the same as mine. That doesn't mean anything. You need to find someone. Well, first you need to determine what your hair type is. There are tests to help you do that. There are so many videos on YouTube on how to determine your hair type, how to, determine what method of moisturizing and sealing is best for you based off of that hair type. But honestly, once you find your hair type, everything else is going to fall into place, because then you'll know what to style with, how to style, how often you can style, whether protein works for you or protein doesn't work for you. All that stuff you'll figure out down the line. But I am also willing to help you guys figure out how to find your hair type. So if that's what you're interested in, just let me know in the comments down below. And if people want to see me if you want to see me show you guys how to determine your hair type, I don't mind. I'll definitely do the video for you guys. Another reason why your hair probably isn't retaining length is, when was the last time you trimmed your ends? Honestly, when was the last time you trimmed your ends? I be trimming my... I was about to curse. I be trimming my ends all the time. There's different methods to trimming your ends. You could do it yourself, and after you wash your hair, after you deep condition, you do your routine, all that good stuff, you can then go section by section and trim off any split ends, any dry ends, anything crazy that you think needs to go. You can do it yourself, and then you can just keep up with that every 2 months. Trim your ends. I would suggest going to a professional the first time, and then keeping up with that every 2 months, doing it yourself, and then after it's been however long, you can go back to a professional again to just clean up whatever you need to clean up or whatever you might have missed. By the way, I'm sorry if you hear stuff in the background. My window's open. It was either have the window open or have the fan on, and the fan is really loud, so I chose the window. And it's New York, so it's gonna be loud outside. My fault. But anyways, that's what I do. I trim my ends myself. Recently, I went to a stylist to get my hair trimmed last month. I went and got my hair trimmed last month. The silk press came out amazing. My curls reverted. It was beautiful. The only issue I have is that I realized after the fact that she cut way too much hair and didn't cut it in the shape it should have been cut in. So that's another story for another time. But I still recommend going to a professional to get your hair trimmed. You can do it every 3 months. Some people do it every 4 months. Me personally, I'm gonna do it every 2 months. My hair gets dry easily, which is why I try to stay on top of my hair routine and moisturizing it as much as I can. And because of that, I feel like my ends are easier to split. I think I'll benefit for getting my hair trimmed every 2 months, and just because I'm getting it trimmed every 2 months doesn't mean I'm taking off large amounts of hair every 2 months the way someone would get their hair trimmed every like 3 months or 4 months, and they'll have to trim a little bit more. Because I'm doing it more often, I'm just getting rid of the little tiny little split ends that might occur sooner, because split ends, they start off at your ends and then they work their way up like your hair shaft or your hair strand or whatever, and it's just basically just gonna go traveling up, and you're gonna have to cut off more. The longer you hold on to split ends, the more you're gonna have to cut off. Just get it done one time for the one time, and your hair will grow back so fast as long as you're taking care of it. Like, it's just do it. Trim your ends. If you love yourself, trim your ends. Another reason why your hair probably isn't retaining any length is because you're combing it way too often. Like, I used to have this issue where I would just be obsessed with making sure my hair looks good and presentable all the time. And honestly, like, this was like when I just started my hair journey, and my mom was like, all right, it's time for you to like do your hair yourself, so do your hair yourself. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was combing my hair every day. I was washing it way too often. Like, I was just doing too much to my hair, and that takes a toll on you and your hair. All that tension, that constant tension, is going to break your hair. For people who like to wear their hair in afros and they're like constantly picking and combing their hair every single day, no, like, you cannot. It's going to break your hair off. Your ends, if you ever comb your hair over the sink and you see all these little pieces of hair in the sink, that's your hair. Those are little bitty ends, and even though it looks so small, like, it's not gonna make a difference. Oh, my hair is still long, it still looks full, it still looks like whatever. No, those little ends, that's what's gonna help you retain length in your hair. And having it constantly just break off every day or every time you comb it because you're doing it too often, you're not gonna see any type of length retention. It's really not worth it. Try to, once you develop your hair care routine, you want to try and make your styles last as long as they can until your next wash day. I wash my hair once a week, so I wash my hair 4 times a month. I'll try to push it to a week and a half if I can, but typically a week is what I do. Therefore, if I style my hair on wash day, I try to make my style last for the whole week. If it doesn't last the whole week, I'm usually restyling it one more time in the middle of the week before wash day. So let's say a style might last 3 or 4 days, and then I'll restyle it, and then it'll last for the next 3 or 4 days, and then it'll be time for me to wash it. So I don't really try to go past like 2 styles between a wash day. I just want to try to make it last as long as I can to keep my hands out of my hair. And in between, washes, the most I'm doing is picking my roots for some volume. But for the most part, like, I'm trying not to brush it out, comb it out, restyle it like every day, because that's just not good for your hair. Try to keep your hands out of it. Try not to, like, I find myself doing this a lot, like, just like touching your hair, playing with the ends, twirling it. Like, you're basically just rubbing all of the moisture that you just put into your hair right out. It's not worth it. Stop doing it. Stop combing your hair every day. Stop. I almost forgot to add deep condition. I used to make this mistake. Deep conditioning saved my life, okay? Deep condition your hair. I know, it might feel like you're adding so much time onto your wash day, but after feeling the benefits of a really good deep conditioner, I don't skip it. Every single wash day I deep condition. I only add 30 minutes to an hour. And in those 30 minutes to an hour, I'm doing other things. I'm not just sitting down and just waiting for it to be done so I can continue my wash day. You can be productive. You don't have to just waste 30 minutes to an hour of your life every wash day. Do something while you're deconditioning, but you have to decondition your hair. It's a vital step, and it's so beneficial to you and your curls and your coils and your kinks. Like, it's gonna change your life. If you don't already do it, go and decondition your hair. Implement that into your wash day. And also, deconditioning your hair before you shampoo and condition is pointless in my opinion. What I do is I'll shampoo, then I'll condition, then I'll deep condition, leave it in for 30 minutes to an hour, rinse that out, and then I'll add my leave-in, my cream, and then my oil, and I'll style, and that's how I moisturize my hair. Some people decondition, whether it's food or non-food related, before they shampoo and condition. To me, that makes no sense, because you just put all that moisture in your hair for you to shampoo it right out, and that's just like a waste of time. If you want to combat the effects of shampoo, because sometimes shampoo can be drying, what you can do is do a pre-poo, some aloe vera on your hair, a hot oil treatment, even like trying to just rub some conditioner in your hair before you shampoo, and then conditioner after you shampoo might help too. But don't decondition before you shampoo, y'all. Decondition after you shampoo and condition, so that lasting moisture will be in your hair past, oops, I shook the camera. But try to do it after you shampoo and condition, so that lasting moisture will be in your hair, not washed out. So yeah, but those are just a few reasons why your hair might not be retaining length, but it's okay. Everyone has to start somewhere. Everyone has to learn something at some point. So if you didn't know, now you know. And now that you know, just try it out and let me know how it goes. Come back in a month and let me know if your hair is doing or feeling any better. Hopefully it does. Hopefully you're retaining length, get your ends trimmed, and you're gonna be fine. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped you. I hope it helped anyone who's watching. I hope you'll get your inches when you're done. I hope 6 months from now you'll come back from this video and you're gonna be like, thank you, I got inches now. And I hope that's really what happens. So anyways, if you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, because those things really help me and it really helps my channel and it makes me feel good. So thanks. And if you like it, share with a friend. So yeah, but anyways, peace out, and I'll see you the next time I see you. Bye.